Hi, this is Laura. Well, by now many of you know that each month I ask an on-the-ground question designed to gather information about what's happening out there with the child free. And in August I decided to do something a bit different, given the fact that the child free are so often accused of being selfish. I wanted to expand the dialogue a little bit and focus on parents and ask, well, how can parents be selfish? Or what are signs of a selfish parent? And I encourage people to ask parents they know, and I did as well. First, thanks to all who wrote in, child-free and parents. Let's start with the child-free. The top really themes that I heard begin with, having kids is selfish because it contributes to the world's population and sustainability problems. And having kids is selfish when you're not financially or emotionally ready and you do it anyway. So why would parents have kids anyway? Because kids can fulfill some need of theirs. It could be that they get to create a mini-me out of some ego thing. It could be that they want the experience of unconditional love. It could also be, whether they're conscious of it or not, to heal their past. So by raising kids, they get to experience how they wish they had been raised when they were kids. It's also selfish when parents do things that really, without consideration for others. For example, allowing children to be noisy and disrupt neighbors or people in public places, or in the workplace, when parents can expect that those without children will just cover for them when they have to take their kid to the doctor or go to a ball game, whatever. What did parents say? You'd be surprised how candid they were. One of the things I heard a lot is that parents think parents are selfish when they have another child just because they didn't get the sex they wanted with the last one. But really, when it got down to it, many of the stories and comments boiled down to it's selfish when parents try to live their lives through their children by creating expectations or even forcing kids to do things out of a desire for wanting their kids to do what they always wanted to do or be what they always wanted to be. And in both camps, child-free and parents, they agree that it's also selfish to really, when parents put themselves first at the expense of their kids. And that can look many different ways. It could be a manicure that you get when really what that money needed to be taken and put towards a winter coat that the kid needs, for example. It could also be manipulating kids to favor one parent over another. And it can also be even more serious than that by, say, for example, staying in an abusive relationship when you know it's really not good for the kids. And it's even worse when parents are really putting themselves first, yet at the same time are making a point to go around and say what a great parent they are and how much they're sacrificing in their life as a result of being parents. And then there are the parents of the parents who can be selfish when they expect that their kids are going to give them grandchildren. Like somehow it's up to their kids to give them what they want in their later lives. So really, parents even say parents can be selfish. So back to the child-free. Why are child-free so often the ones that are accused of being selfish? Because I think it's assumed that our lives are about me, me, me. And what's not talked about is that me, me, me can be true for parents. It just looks different. I also think that selfishness is really more than just the me, me, me. It's when you put yourself first, or you do something for yourself first, despite how it's going to impact others. And people can do this whether they have kids or not. So I know there's a lot to chew on here, and I will, in a post or two to follow, just with some more details about what folks said and stories they told. In the meanwhile, on to the September On the Ground question. It has to do with kids too, actually, a little bit. To the child-free, was there ever a time in your adult life when you wanted kids? Tell us your story. Why did you want them? And why is it that you changed your mind? So just click on that question to your right on the screen in the On the Ground section. Tell us your story. I'll collect stories over the next month and report back. All right, until then.